Hello, my name is Ellis. Welcome to the Grinwy Gaming channel, your ultimate gaming channel here on YouTube. Quick update, we just hit Mythic rank. Very, very excited. I have never done this, so this is my first time. July 2020. Feels good. So, now, the big question is, can we still play Etrata? You know? I know that's what you're wondering. So, we'll take a look at the deck. It's built around Etrata the Silencer. If you don't know, Etrata provides an alternative win condition. When she deals damage to a player, you exile one of their creatures and put a hit counter on it. Important to note here, creature tokens will not get a hit counter. That player loses the game if they own 3 or more exiled cards with hit counters on them. Etrata's owner shuffles Etrata into their library. So, that's like the catch-22 supposedly to Etrata. The last sentence there, you have to shuffle her into your library. So we've got some workarounds to keep our combo. Basically, our combo basically provides a 3-turn clock after turn 4. Hopefully, ideally. So we have cards like Teferi's Time Twist that let us instant speed, flicker Etrata. We also have Tyrant Scorn, which we can use to flicker Etrata. It's not really a flicker. It's a bounce, but you know, it's so cheap we can usually play Etrata again, main phase 2. So that feels pretty good. We've got some Grim Tutors to search for Etrata if we can't find her. Along with our search functionality, we have Thought Erasure, great card, Maze Mind Tome, new addition from M21. I think this card's pretty strong, so I'm kind of giving it a little test here, just one copy of it. We have one copy at the 4-drop slot. Well, I should mention the 4 Thieves of Sanity. If you don't know what this card does, when it deals combat damage, so kind of similar to Etrata's if clause, we'll call it, you look at the top 3 cards of their library and you get to cast one of them with mana of any color for the rest of the game, as long as it remains exiled, I guess. So, pretty good card. It's fun. We have one copy of Teferi, Master of Time, strong planeswalker. Do I think it's cool that he can, you know, +1 twice a turn, or phase something out and +1, or +1 and phase something out? I don't know. It seems pretty strong. So he can help us find Etrata quicker, and he can help us slow down the game, which is sometimes what we need to do. Along those lines, we have 3 copies of Extinction Event, our sweeper of choice. Exile each creature with converted mana cost, even or odd. From M21, we're playing 2 copies of Kervik the Spiteful. Other creatures get -1/-1. We don't care if our Etrata is only doing 2 damage or our Thief's only doing 1 damage. The effects that happen when they do damage are more powerful, so it doesn't really matter. And this will keep our opponents from going wide with a whole bunch of goblin tokens or soldiers or, you know, whatever 1/1s they're going to throw at us. We mentioned Etrata. Oh, Discovery should be over here. I was wondering where it was when I was going over the 2 drops. Just another card to help us find Etrata. I love this card. At the 6-drop slot, no 5 drops. We have 2 copies of Sublime Epiphany, a really strong instant from M21 that I'm excited to try out. I haven't used this card yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be appropriate in this deck. It's a counterspell for 6 mana, but you can do a whole bunch of different things with it. We'll probably be seeing it used for its bottom 3 functions the most. I'll probably use it as a way to get a copy of Etrata and bounce 1 to her back to my hand. So I just need Etrata, 2 lands, and 1 copy of Sublime Epiphany. So that's pretty good. It's a 2-card, 3-hit win. You know, that's fun. one copy of Ugin the Spirit Dragon, because Eugene just wins games. It's just, he does. He needs to be gone. In the sideboard, 4 copies of Negate, 4 Murderous Riders, 1 Obsessive Stitcher if we're up against a removal heavy deck, 2 copies of Spark Double if I feel like Karavik's not doing anything, Ashiok, Nightmare Muse. Not sure how well this card fits in the deck, but I just like it, you know? So, Liliana Dreadhorde General, for the more slow, grindy matchups, this card can do work. Along those lines, Lochmere Serpent, also another late game. Try to, you know, piece something together if we get counterspelled on Etrata 3 times. The mana base, you know, poor man lands. I am lucky enough to have 3 Fabled Passages, 3 Temples, 1 Watery Grave, 1 Castle Vantress, and then half distribution on the rest of the basic lands. And we're using this art. Ooh, interesting. Alright, let's get into some games at the Mythic rank. First time I'm saying that. And we'll see if we can get some wins. We are playing best of 1, just so you know. His hand looks fine. Don't need a land. Extinction Event shuts down the Recluse. There's a combo piece, that's sick. Just looking for one more Etrata interaction. That'll do it technically. But it might be too slow. He might not even have creatures. Turn 4 Etrata's not bad though. Okay, we get bounced. Interesting. Hopefully we don't get bounced again. Finds Wilderness Reclamation, so now Thought Erasure looks like it was the better play. I can Thief and Thought Erasure. That doesn't seem bad. Actually, I can just Time Twist in Thought Erasure. I guess we get rid of Expansion Explosion, since I'm getting kind of low, and he has the Wilderness Reclamation. There's one hit counter. There's our last Etrata. Sick. Girl Spiral, that's fine. Two hit counters, so if he plays another creature, he's in big trouble. We might Extinction Event, because I'd be taking 2, 3, 4, 6, which is pretty scary. So I guess we're Extinction Event. He might tap out. I don't think he's got a counter spell. Oops. I believe that's going to do it. We did it. There's a win. Oh, this video's been so hard to make. That was a good one, though. Thank goodness. This hand's pretty bad. This is better. Archfiend Vessel, so some Reanimator nonsense. We're gonna get the early Thief going, since he's got a pretty cheap deck. There might be a lot of payoffs we can hit. We might get to double spell next turn even, with Thought Erasure. He might consume us, but that's not the worst thing. I'm reluctant to put Vessel in the graveyard, but I'm getting low on life. Another Thief would be a good draw. Etrata would be good. A land would be fine. Lots of choices here. There's Etrata. Time Twist or Word Room Tutor. We could have minus to keep Etrata on the board, but I'm not going to. I'm going to attack with her. He could have sacrificed it with Pitiless Pontiff, so I should have targeted that, but he chose not to. Massacre Worm. Ooh. Just need a land. An untapped land. Alright, sick. We got lucky with that drop. There's an Etrata just to secure the win. We got one. Let's take a look at his hand first. 2 planes. Hopefully he doesn't draw a Consume again. That would stink. Instead he's going to tap out. Nice game. Ugin did work, as usual. Yeah. Discovery might find us blue mana. Or we'll just find it ourselves. Pretty good on lands. Rakdos could be sacrificed. Find a turn 3 play. Although I don't hate casting Discovery again. Try to get some of his discard mechanics used against him with the thief. Oof. That sucked. What a nasty deck. I'll take 2 more damage, I don't care. So now we just need a top deck will. That's not that hard to do. All you have to do is type in, no, I'm kidding, a wish, right? That was a little bit of a mistake. Saved us 2 damage. There we go. Our opponent couldn't take it. The thief, too strong. No black mana makes this hand a mulligan. This is a little bit better. We draw into a land, that's nice. Discovery is a fine card. I love Discovery. Good thing we have Murderous Rider in hand. Don't really want to discard. I think he's bluffing. But we'll keep the land on top just in case he is not bluffing and he's going to make his discard. Our opponent missed a land. We have all the cards we need and some. I think we let the damage go through. Here comes Liliana, probably. That's a pretty smart play by our opponent. I think our opponent's going to tap out. He got a little unlucky on his draws, but it was a good game. Oh, red bandit too. GG.